Yeah, I mean that 40 level has been kind of the area that I was looking at. If you go to a weekly chart, you can kind of see that it it's kind of a level that you know the stock got up to previously in 2022. It got kind of up there in 2020.
Yeah.
So that does seem like an important level that it's crossed over now. And so far it's been holding above there. So
Mhm.
that's good. Going back to the daily chart, it's been a strong move off the bottom after, support at the 200-day moving average line. And yeah, I think this one looks interesting. It does have that China risk that, was, I mean, it was a little bit more, I think, uh, we kind of had the China names in a penalty box for a while there with everything that was going on, the fears of delisting and just tons. But Li Auto, certainly proved itself as one that was able to kind of shake off some of those China fears in its latest rally from May to July. So this is still absolutely on my radar. I like that it's kind of slowed down a little bit here, um, but I'm still watching it for a chance to get in.
They just launched their first all-electric vehicle, a minivan, and those are often used for chauffeuring people around. So those are not like it's a family thing, but it's also sometimes these things are used to take around executives kind of things. I don't know if this Li Mega will do that. Another name, not profitable, but Xpeng having a strong day. They are also releasing a minivan, slightly cheaper than Li, which is really going to be premium. I mean, I suppose you could try to argue your way into this one because it's clearing some levels.
Mhm.
Very volatile, but making some nice moves, if nothing else. Strong volume here.
Yeah. I mean, it is. So uh, I think Lee looks a little bit stronger. I
Yeah.
mean, I think it's great that I feel very cutting edge that I've had a minivan for a long time, and so I think it's great that everyone else is kind of catching up to my trailblazing. But yeah, they both look interesting. I think Lee looks a little bit stronger though.
Yeah. And I want to bring up BYDDF is not having a good day and it's been struggling a little bit. I did see a report. I didn't see a news article, but I saw a report and it's down not quite as much that, but pretty much about 3%. And it's that they're initiating bigger price cuts. They're going to spend some of the big gross margins that they have. But we see that with Tesla, what you spending those gross margins are hard to get them back. There's been reports, rumblings that its tech needs to be a little better if it wants to compete in that sort of the mainstream space and the premium space. Maybe that's what's doing it. I don't know what else would be hitting it. So that's just something to keep in mind for BYD. Why that one
Wow.
is struggling.
And
I
the
don't know all the
volume
reasons.
is high
Yeah,
too. Yeah, on a day after
yeah,
Thanksgiving.
yeah, because it was doing so well in the terms of being tight. Now it's
Hmm.
not. It's still probably going to have record sales, but what are the margins going to be? I guess that's the concern on
Hmm.
that one.
Well, and
Also,
this is kind
also,
of also a reminder of why it's, sometimes good to just wait that little bit for it to actually break out instead of
Mm-hmm.
trying to
absolutely.
anticipate too much.
Yep.
And now we kind of talk about when something is going back and forth, that, you're kind of waiting for it to break one way or the other. So now I think the fear is, does it break the wrong way? Does this break to the downside? Because that certainly seems like the direction it's going.
Yeah, and
That
the
relative
RS
strength
line
line
was
has been
improving.
weak
Yeah,
too.
was improving
Yeah.
here. So originally,
Hmm.
when you're going flat when the market is going down, hey, that's okay.
Yeah.
Flat when the market is skyrocketing, not so much. I mean, obviously today is really bad, but until today, it was all staying in sort of in this range.